Tuyet voi, toija hieo ro, chung taseviet video. God's Chosen Ones, October 26th, emergency update. Straight from God, October 26th. God said listen before it's too late. Voi, an hip jien, an chamrai. Gyong trang ng hiem, kan bao, thieng lieng, shuai kwa. Divine warning and awakening. Mot loi, kan bao. Kan, tuchua guijen, nung lin hon juok chon, rang thoigian kong kon hiu vachi aitin, thuk moi juok baovi. Toi, sibat joviet. Panwa, ngai sao jai. Mojau thang vao noi dung, gyung guyen yeu kao. Tieng an chuan mai. Trin bai lian mak, kong gash jiao dong. Koloi keo goi, comment, 777. 3 Fatwalan. Like Tans, subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls. Jong Theo Huang Dan. Kam Shoot Ma Lit. Truyen Kam Sao. Ko Hin Ang Man. Gyun Hip Ke Jenan. Vua Chamrai Vua Jai Trong Luong. Begin part 1. Cinematic slow rhythm, divine warning tone. Chosen ones, the air feels different today. Can you feel it too? October 26th is not just another date on the calendar. It is a spiritual threshold. Heaven has been whispering warnings for weeks, and now the voice of God grows louder, calling His chosen to listen before it's too late. This is not a coincidence. You were led here for a reason. Every step you've taken, every storm you've survived, every moment that felt meaningless was guiding you toward this message. The signs have been multiplying. Strange dreams, sudden silence, numbers that appear over and over again. The pull in your spirit that tells you something divine is shifting. You're not imagining it. You're feeling the rumble before revelation. The Spirit of God is saying, be still and listen. The world is on the edge of something massive. Heaven has issued an emergency update, a final reminder to those who still have ears to hear. Not everyone will understand this message. Not everyone will feel it resonate in their bones. But those who do are the ones God has chosen to awaken. Before we go deeper, pause for a moment. Take a breath. If this message is stirring something inside your soul, hit that like button right now. It's not about numbers, it's about agreement. It's about saying, I hear you, God. And if you haven't already, subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls across the world walking in divine awareness together. We are a family of light standing against the dark. And in the comments, type 7 from 77. Let heaven see your confirmation. Let the light know you are listening. Because what I'm about to share will separate the watchers from the sleepers. God has been silent to many, but to His chosen ones, His voice has been thunder in the spirit. You've felt the restlessness, the unease, the sudden clarity that nothing in this world feels stable anymore. It's not paranoia, it's preparation. God is aligning events, hearts, and timelines for a final repositioning. The winds are changing, systems are collapsing. Truth is being exposed in places built on lies. And in the middle of it all, God is calling His chosen ones to stand firm, to be the steady flame when the lights around the world go out. The Lord says, the ones who listen will be covered, the ones who ignore will be shaken. This October 26th, a divine gate opens, not for wealth, not for fame, but for revelation. Heaven is downloading instruction for those who are awake. Those who still cling to distraction will miss it. Those who chase after noise will not hear the whisper. But those who sit in stillness, those who say, "Speak, Lord, I'm listening," they will receive clarity, direction, and supernatural protection. Many of you have been feeling isolated, misunderstood, even rejected. You've been questioning why doors have closed, why people have walked away, why life feels like it's stripping everything familiar from you. But hear this, God is not punishing you, He's positioning you. The isolation wasn't abandonment, it was activation. He pulled you away from noise so you could hear His emergency call without interference. The silence around you was never emptiness. It was divine preparation. The Spirit says, I'm calling my chosen ones into higher frequency, into sacred alignment. I'm separating the pure from the polluted, the awake from the asleep, the called from the comfortable. For the hour is late, and the trumpet has already sounded in the unseen. Chosen one, you can feel it, can't you? The trembling inside your soul when you hear words like this. It's not emotion, it's recognition. Your spirit remembers what your mind has forgotten. You have always known you were set apart. If you feel that tug in your heart right now, comment. Sever twas sever. Again, this number isn't just a symbol. It's a seal, a spiritual signature that says, I choose light over confusion, truth over comfort. Let it be known in heaven that you are awake, aware, and listening. Everything that's been hidden is coming into the light. Lies are collapsing under the weight of truth. The Lord is flipping the tables in the spiritual realm, removing false teachers, exposing manipulation, purging systems built on pride. And He's saying to His chosen, do not be afraid when you see it happen. These are the contractions before new birth. These are the tremors before renewal. October 26th is not about fear, it's about awareness. God is not trying to scare you, He's trying to prepare you. He's giving His chosen ones time to align their hearts before the shaking begins. And you, chosen one, are not meant to panic. You are meant to stand. You are meant to speak peace into chaos. You are meant to be the calm when others crumble. This is why you've been through what you've been through, so your faith would become unshakable. There's a reason you've been feeling heaviness lately. The spiritual atmosphere is thick with change. But remember this, storms only swirl before the shift. Right now, heaven is placing a divine mark on those who are listening, a seal that says, this one belongs to me. No darkness can touch what carries that mark. No evil can invade what has been anointed for divine purpose. If your spirit is saying yes right now, let it be known. Comment. Sever verses 7. Below once more. Every time you write it, you're declaring that you are under divine covering, standing in obedience, ready to receive what heaven is releasing. And if this message is hitting something deep in you, don't scroll away. Stay. There's more God needs to say. Because the next few days are not random. The energies shifting on October 26th carry both danger and destiny. Some will experience confusion. Others will experience breakthrough. The difference will be one thing, who listened. So stay with me. Chosen one, keep your spirit open. Keep your heart humble. The warning is not the end. It's the beginning of revelation. Hit that like button now if you're still here. It tells heaven you're still tuned in. Subscribe to join the thousands of chosen one souls who are waking up daily, hearing the same divine call echoing across the earth. We are not alone in this. We are connected through the same light, guided by the same voice. Listen closely, because in the next moment I'll tell you exactly what God said about October 26th and why this message couldn't wait another day. Chosen ones, listen closely. Heaven is in motion. The silence you feel around you is not absence. It's the pause before revelation. There's an urgency in the spirit realm right now that words can barely contain. The Lord is speaking through signs, through sudden endings, through strange calm before chaos. What is coming will separate those who walk by sight from those who walk by faith. God said, warn my chosen. Tell them not to fear the shaking that's about to begin. The shaking is not punishment, it's purification. Every false foundation that people have built their trust upon, money, fame, opinions, control, will tremble. But you, chosen one, were never meant to stand on those sands. You were built upon the rock, the eternal word that cannot be moved. That's why you've survived storms that destroyed others. You didn't even realize it, but while everyone else was building comfort, God was building character in you. You are entering the hour of revealing. The world is about to see who truly carries divine light. God is uncovering his hidden warriors, his quiet prophets, his silent intercessors. You've been in the shadows for a reason. He's been shaping you away from noise so that when you speak, your words will carry the weight of heaven. Chosen one, type. 7. In the comments right now, let heaven record your name among those who heard the warning and answered. The number itself is not magic. It's a signal, a declaration. I am awake. I am listening. I am aligned. Every time you write it, you're standing in agreement with the divine plan that is unfolding right now. God's message for October 26th is clear. Watch for the unveiling. The veil between seen and unseen is thinning. What was once hidden in darkness will suddenly come to light. Those who have deceived others will expose themselves. Systems built on greed will start to crumble under their own weight. The proud will fall, and the humble will rise. The Lord says, "Tell my chosen ones not to get lost in the noise." As the world starts to panic, you must remain still. The news will roar, fear will spread like wildfire, but your calmness will be a light. While others search for answers in chaos, you will already know where to stand. This is why he's been teaching you to trust him in silence. When the shaking starts, those who only believed when life was easy will crumble. But you have been trained in the wilderness. You've prayed in the dark, worshipped in pain, and waited in faith. Now you'll see why it was necessary. The silence was never empty. It was sacred. Chosen one, hear this. There will be signs in the sky and unrest in the earth, but do not be afraid. These are not random events. They are divine signals, reminders that heaven is intervening. For those who walk with God, the chaos of man is the doorway to destiny. If your spirit is stirring as you hear this, comment. 7. Again, you are not typing a number, you are answering a call. You are saying, "Yes, Lord, I am awake. I will not be distracted." Heaven is watching those who respond. Now understand this. October 26th marks the beginning of a divine separation. Many will call it coincidence. Others will feel it deep within. Relationships will shift. People who were once close will begin to drift away. Don't chase them. God is clearing the path for your protection. He's removing those who cannot walk where he's taking you. Some of you will notice sudden changes in your surroundings. A job ending, a door closing, a delay that makes no sense. Don't fight it. This is the pruning before the promise. What seems like loss is actually positioning. You cannot carry the old into the new season that begins now. Heaven's warning is not just for fear, it's an invitation to prepare. Preparation is not about panic, it's about obedience. God is saying, "Return to me and focus." He's calling his chosen ones to cleanse their hearts from resentment, jealousy, bitterness, distraction. The spiritual atmosphere is shifting fast, and those who remain heavy with old wounds will struggle to rise. Breathe. Listen. The voice inside you that whispers to let go, that's God's mercy giving you another chance. Chosen one, this message carries urgency because heaven is aligning destinies at this very moment. Some of you have been praying for purpose, crying for clarity, asking for signs. The sign is now. The shift begins now. The answer has already been written. It only needed your agreement. So write 7 now. Again, if you feel it burning in your chest. This is not repetition, this is rhythm, a heartbeat connecting you to heaven's pulse. Every soul that aligns through faith sends ripples through the unseen. When the light agrees, darkness loses territory. The Spirit of God says, "The time for passivity is over. My chosen ones must speak light into the dark. They must stand firm when the ground shakes. They must carry peace where fear tries to live." You are not here to blend in. You are here to bring change. When the world trembles, you will be still. When others lose faith, you will glow brighter. This is your calling. This is why your spirit has felt heavy lately. The mantle is resting on you. You've been chosen to anchor hope when the world drifts into confusion. Some of you are feeling the push to move, literally or spiritually. God is repositioning His people. If you feel an urge to leave a place, a job, a routine, do not ignore it. The Spirit is shifting you out of danger into destiny. Trust His taming. The delay you feared is divine strategy. The Lord said, I am exposing false light. I am revealing the difference between performance and presence. This means that not every voice that claims to speak truth will survive the shaking. Only those rooted in purity, in humility, will stand. This applies to leaders, influencers, even friends you trusted. Watch how the masks begin to fall. It will shock many, but it will confirm what your spirit already knew. God is saying, I am not coming to destroy my chosen ones. I'm coming to reveal them. The revealing begins with discomfort. Light exposes everything, not just evil, but also the parts of you that still need healing. Let Him do the work. The pain you feel now is not punishment, it's refinement. If you're still here, hit that like button right now. You're not liking a video, you're acknowledging heaven's message. You're saying, I hear you, Lord. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls rising across the globe, a divine network of light preparing for what's ahead. Now, hear this next part carefully. October 26th is a mirror in time. What happens in the days after will reflect what's in your heart. Those who choose trust will see favor. Those who choose fear will see confusion. God does not force alignment, He invites it. There's a spiritual storm forming in silence, and you can already feel the air changing. The unseen world is pressing against the seen, and only those who are grounded will remain unshaken. You're being warned not to run from this moment. Don't seek escape, seek clarity. God says, I am resetting timelines. What was delayed will accelerate. What was hidden will emerge. What was broken will either be healed or removed. This is not a gentle season, it's a decisive one. Chosen ones, you must guard your peace. In the coming days, many voices will compete for your attention. Do not let confusion rule you. Tune out what drains your spirit. Silence is your weapon now. Stillness is your shield. You've been feeling tired, not because you are weak, but because you're sensitive to the shift. You feel the groaning of creation as heaven moves closer. This is spiritual labor. And just like a mother in labor, the pain intensifies right before birth. Don't give up now. Don't mistake exhaustion for failure. You are birthing destiny. God said, tell them to watch for sudden reversals. What looked like loss will flip into gain. What seemed dead will resurrect. But only those who stayed faithful will recognize it when it happens. If this word is resonating, if your spirit feels both heavy and hopeful, it's because your soul knows this truth. Comment. 7. One more time. You're aligning yourself with a movement that is shaking the unseen. The time for comfort has passed. The time for clarity has come. Heaven's army does not march in fear. It moves in obedience. And you, chosen one, are part of that army. Stay alert. Keep your heart pure. Guard your focus. October 26th is not the end. It's the beginning of exposure, realignment, and revelation. God is moving. The question is, will you be still enough to hear Him when He speaks again? And now, as heaven draws closer, you will begin to notice it. An unease in the atmosphere, a strange awareness in your spirit, like time itself is holding its breath. That's the sign. That's the confirmation that everything written here is unfolding before your very eyes. Chosen ones, something is shifting in the unseen right now. The energy feels heavier, but it's not darkness winning. It's light taking territory. The world is trembling because hidden things are being dragged into exposure. What used to be normal is dissolving. What was tolerated will no longer stand. You are witnessing the cleansing of time itself. God is not silent. He is speaking through the tremors, through the shaking of structures that were never meant to last. The Spirit of God is saying, I am rewriting what man distorted. I am restoring the order of creation. You can feel this reordering in your own life. Old cycles breaking, emotions resurfacing, things that once defined you losing their grip. This is not chaos, it's realignment. Heaven is dismantling everything that kept you small. The reason it hurts is because the old identity doesn't want to die, but you can't carry yesterday into this new dimension. October 26th is the turning of the wheel. Divine patterns are being revealed. The veil between action and consequence has thinned, and now everything moves faster. Seeds planted in silence will sprout overnight, both good and bad. This is why you must stay aware. Every thought, every word, every intention holds weight. The universe is echoing God's decree, let there be truth. If your heart is pounding as you hear this, type 777. In the comments again, let it be your mark of alignment, your declaration that you walk in light, not fear. Heaven recognizes those who respond with obedience. Chosen ones, the Spirit wants you to understand something deeper. This is not only a warning, it's a revealing of responsibility. You carry spiritual authority even when you feel powerless. Every moment of your struggle was training for influence. The pressure wasn't punishment, it was refinement. The enemy tried to convince you that you were under attack, but in reality, you were under construction. God said, I am raising leaders who lead through presence, not position. This means some of you will rise without status, without recognition, but your words will shift atmospheres. Your very existence will bring conviction to the world around you. That is why the warfare intensified before this moment, because the enemy could sense your awakening before you did. You may have noticed lately that technology, media, and noise seem louder than ever. That's not random. The enemy amplifies distraction when heaven releases instruction. Every scroll, every headline, every opinion is designed to drown the whisper of God. But the chosen ones hear through static. You recognize his tone even in the noise. That's why he trusts you with revelation that others miss. In this divine hour, every chosen soul will be tested by what they trust. Some will cling to the world's rhythm and lose peace. Others will move to heaven's tempo and find clarity. Pay attention to your dreams. God is releasing coded messages there. Some of you will wake up at strange hours with an urgency you can't explain. Don't dismiss it. That's the call to intercede, to speak light where confusion reigns. If this message resonates with your spirit, hit the like button now. It's not for attention, it's an act of unity. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls being activated across nations, each carrying a piece of this divine puzzle. You are not alone in what you feel. Others are waking at the same time, hearing the same whisper, standing in the same fire. Chosen one. The days ahead will blur the line between natural and supernatural. Miracles will not feel like miracles anymore. They will feel normal. The Spirit of God is removing the distance between promise and manifestation. For years, heaven spoke and you waited. Now, heaven speaks and things move. Suddenly, instantly, without warning. But understand this, divine acceleration demands discipline. When things start to move fast, do not rush ahead of God. Wait for his signal. The impatient will lose direction. The listening will inherit precision. Timing is no longer optional, it's sacred. The Lord says, my warning is not to frighten, but to fortify. You must fortify your mind against confusion. Guard your spirit from bitterness. Protect your peace like treasure. You can't afford to give your energy to arguments or distractions. Every word you speak now carries spiritual weight. Speak light. Speak life. Speak wisdom. There is a gathering happening in the unseen, a convergence of souls that carry divine codes. They don't know each other in the physical, but their spirits recognize one another. When one chosen speaks, another feels it across the world. This is heaven's network forming silently beneath the chaos of earth. You are part of this network. You are one frequency among many, vibrating in harmony with heaven's call. That is why lately you've been drawn to isolation, not to hide, but to tune in. The noise of the world cannot guide what God is birthing through you. Chosen ones, remember this. Not all storms come to destroy, some come to deliver. The thunder that frightens others is confirmation for you that heaven is near. When the sky darkens, don't run. Listen. There are messages in the wind, patterns in the lightning, instruction in the rain. God still speaks through nature. You may begin to notice birds flying in strange patterns, weather shifting unpredictably, or even animals behaving differently. These are not coincidences. Creation itself is responding to the vibration of divine order returning. The earth knows its creator's footsteps. In the coming days, you will sense more supernatural awareness. Don't fear it. Some of you will hear things in prayer you've never heard before. Some will see flashes of insight in dreams that feel too real to ignore. Others will feel the pull to fast, to separate, to be still. Follow it. Heaven trains its soldiers in silence. If your spirit is awake, type 7%. Again, declare your readiness. Each time you write it, you reaffirm your place in this wave of awakening. The energy of faith multiplies when spoken. Heaven moves where there is agreement. The Lord said, October 26th is the crossroads. Two roads will appear, one familiar, one unknown. The familiar feels safe but keeps you stagnant. The unknown feels uncertain but leads to transformation. Many will choose comfort and remain stuck in cycles. The chosen will step forward, trembling but trusting. They will see what others only dream of. Don't look back at what's leaving. Don't cling to what's fading. The light ahead is stronger than the memories behind you. Every tear you cried was watering your next season. Every loss you endured carved space for something divine to fill. In this next wave, faith will not be optional. It will be oxygen. The world will breathe panic, but you will breathe peace. You will move differently, think differently, see differently. The chosen ones are not reactors. They are responders. You will no longer chase validation. You will embody it. God is saying, the ones who trust me now will rebuild what the world will soon lose. This means industries, ideas, and institutions will collapse, but through that collapse, new purpose will rise. The chosen are the architects of what comes next. They carry blueprints written in light. Every decision you make now lays a foundation for generations after you. Chosen one, this is your assignment. Stand in stillness. Be unmoved by fear. Keep your spirit pure. And remember, obedience is louder than panic. Heaven does not measure faith by words, but by stillness under pressure. You are not forgotten. You are being deployed. Every prayer you thought went unheard was stored as energy for this exact hour. The release begins now. Do you feel it? The trembling inside your chest, the awareness that something greater is unfolding. That's not anxiety, it's recognition. Your soul knows that heaven is close. The veil is lifting, and soon, what was spiritual will become visible. Stay alert. Keep your heart steady. The world is entering a season where silence will speak louder than sound. When others run for noise, you will find peace in quiet. That's where you'll hear him next. Chosen ones, the atmosphere is heavy because the world is at a spiritual tipping point. What you feel pressing on your chest is not fear, it's divine pressure. Heaven is pressing on the earth like a hand against the heartbeat of creation. Something sacred is being born, and every vibration you feel is part of that birth. The Spirit is stretching time, bending events and aligning hearts for what must come next. Those who are listening will hear it first. Those who ignore it will only see the aftermath. There is a great reordering taking place. The first will be last, and the last will rise without warning. The voices that have been dismissed, silenced, or mocked will suddenly speak, and nations will listen. God is elevating the quiet ones, the dreamers, the healers, the intercessors who never needed applause. He is removing crowns from the proud and placing mantles on those who were forgotten. Every unseen sacrifice you made in silence is being recorded. The world will soon know what heaven already knew about you. This is the hour of recognition. But recognition does not come with ease. With every divine unveiling comes exposure. The same light that reveals blessing will expose corruption. Do not be surprised when hidden motives surface around you. Some people who smiled in your presence will reveal their true nature. God is not showing you this to create hatred. He's showing you this so you can detach. Separation is not betrayal, it's protection. You are being called to travel light because the next dimension cannot carry baggage. If you understand this in your spirit, comment. Receives. Right now, you are declaring to heaven that you choose discernment over distraction, truth over attachment. Let the angels see your agreement. Every time you type it, you are signing your name into the record of those who listened. The Lord says, "Be watchful, for false peace will rise before real shaking." There will come a calm so deceptive that many will think the danger has passed, but that calm will be the silence before the storm. The world will try to lull you into sleep with entertainment, comfort, and routine, but you must remain awake. When everyone says, "It's finally over," you will feel the whisper of warning deep in your spirit saying, "Not yet." This awareness is not paranoia, it's protection. You are seeing through the illusion of stability. You are hearing the unspoken language of heaven that alerts before disaster. When the Spirit tells you to pause, pause. When He tells you to move, move. Timing will save you from traps that logic cannot. Chosen ones, God is rebuilding the concept of trust in your life. You've trusted people and been betrayed. You've trusted promises and been disappointed. Now He's teaching you to trust Him beyond evidence. Faith is no longer a choice. It is your navigation system. The path ahead will not be mapped. It will be revealed one step at a time. Each act of obedience unlocks the next direction. You are being trained for precision. This precision is not about speed, it's about accuracy. Heaven is not rushing you, it's refining your aim. Every misstep in your past taught you how to recognize false light. Every closed door taught you how to read divine timing. You are now equipped to move without hesitation when the call comes. In this new phase, expect divine interruptions. Schedules will shift, plans will crumble, invitations will arrive unexpectedly. Don't resist it. God is rearranging your calendar to match His. You may lose something that felt stable, only to gain something that carries eternal purpose. This rearrangement is not punishment, it's alignment. Some of you will be relocated in spirit before being moved in body. Your mind will detach from old desires. Your heart will stop craving old validation. This is a spiritual relocation. He's moving your focus from survival to assignment. The moment you stop chasing what's dying, what's living will find you. Hit that like button if this is speaking to you. You're not liking out of habit. You're responding to heaven. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls who are awakening across continents, each carrying their own message, each part of the same divine network of light. You are not isolated. You are part of a hidden symphony. Chosen ones, in the coming days, there will be a release of spiritual tension across the earth. People will feel restless without understanding why. Emotions will surge. Words will pierce deeper than intended. You must become the anchor. When others react, you respond with grace. When the crowd shouts, you remain silent. The one who controls their peace controls the atmosphere. The Spirit of God says, guard your words. Every statement spoken in anger becomes a seed in the unseen. Speak only what builds, not what breaks. The next wave of change will move according to the vibrations of your voice. Your speech can summon peace or chaos. Choose wisely. You will begin to see numbers repeating around you, times, receipts, signs. These are not coincidences. Heaven uses patterns to confirm presence. When you see them, pause. Acknowledge the moment. Say, I see you, God. Awareness keeps you connected. Distraction disconnects you. In this season, revelation will come in layers. Don't rush to interpret everything immediately. Some truths require silence to ripen. God is speaking in codes to protect sacred information from those who would misuse it. The message may seem unclear now, but it will make perfect sense in the moment you need it. The enemy is working overtime to distort perception. He cannot steal destiny, but he can twist interpretation. That's why discernment is your armor. Before reacting to anything you see or hear, breathe and ask, is this light or manipulation? The answer will always come in peace. Chosen ones, you will soon notice the shifting of alliances. People you thought were against you will seek your presence. People you trusted will distance themselves. This reversal is not random. God is repositioning everyone according to their true frequency. You cannot stand beside someone vibrating in deception when your assignment demands truth. Some of you have felt forgotten, hidden, overlooked. But God says, I hid you to protect you from premature exposure. Visibility without preparation destroys potential. Now that you've endured the refining, exposure will come with safety. When your name is mentioned in rooms you've never entered, know that it is heaven opening the door. If this speaks to your spirit, comment 7 for 7. Again, let heaven and earth bear witness that you are ready for unveiling. This act of agreement seals your alignment with divine timing. As days unfold, you will sense acceleration. Things that once took months will happen in days. Conversations will lead to breakthroughs that shift your direction. Do not attribute this to luck. It is favor. You are walking through the corridor of divine momentum, and everything around you must respond to your obedience. There will be divine collisions, encounters with strangers who carry answers to questions you haven't asked yet. These meetings are not accidents. Heaven arranges them like chess pieces on a board. One conversation can alter your future. Stay sensitive. Miracles rarely announce themselves. God said, I will restore the roar of my chosen. Your voice has been muted by exhaustion, doubt, and disappointment, but He is reigniting the fire. When you speak, you will carry authority that silences confusion. Even your silence will carry weight. This authority is not arrogance, it's alignment. When you stand in truth, you speak as an ambassador of heaven, not as a victim of circumstance. You must also guard your environment. The energy of your space affects your discernment. Keep your surroundings pure. Remove what drains your peace. The physical reflects the spiritual. A cluttered environment mirrors a distracted spirit. Simplify. Let go of excess. You are being streamlined for clarity. Chosen ones, the days ahead will demand courage. You will see people resist truth violently because comfort has become their idol. But do not argue with darkness. Shine and move forward. Your calmness is confrontation enough. When you walk in light, every falsehood exposes itself. You will begin to sense shifts in the weather around you, moments where time feels slower or conversations feel suspended. Those are portals of divine awareness opening around you. When that happens, stay still. Heaven is downloading revelation into your spirit. You may not comprehend it all, but your soul does. If your spirit feels stretched right now, it's because God is expanding your capacity for revelation. You prayed for wisdom, and this is how He answers: by stretching your understanding until it can contain more light. Don't resist the stretch. Growth feels like breaking before it feels like blessing. Now is the time to detach from outcomes. Obedience is your only responsibility. Results belong to God. Trust that every unseen move is arranging something far beyond your comprehension. He is not late. He is exact. Every delay is a synchronization point, aligning you with divine timing. Breathe deeply, chosen one. The air itself carries frequency. As you inhale peace and exhale worry, you align your body with your spirit. Your heartbeat becomes a metronome of heaven's rhythm. Stay there. Stay aware. You're inside the current of transformation, and every second draws you closer to revelation. Chosen ones, the hours ahead will feel dense, like the air itself is holding prophecy. Do not resist this feeling. It is not oppression. It is awareness. The Spirit of God is pressing revelation into the atmosphere, and only those attuned to subtle movement will perceive it. The world will move faster, but you must move slower. The slower you go in spirit, the clearer you hear. Stillness will become your advantage in an age of noise. You are standing at the edge of a threshold where memory and prophecy meet. The things you once remembered as pain are now being rewritten as preparation. Every loss that haunted you will turn into a symbol of training. You are never being punished. You are being patterned. Heaven has a rhythm, and your scars are the notes that make your song recognizable in the unseen realm. The Spirit says, do not mistake intensity for instability. The reason emotions feel extreme is because the dimensions around you are colliding. When divine light pierces through human limitation, the flesh reacts. You are not losing control, you are being rewired. The synapses of your mind, the currents of your thoughts, are being retuned to match higher frequency. The anxiety you feel is transformation, wearing the mask of tension. Chosen ones, look around you. Notice how easily people are offended, how rapidly truth divides crowds. This is the evidence that the veil is thinning. Truth has always divided, because truth requires choice. God is not allowing neutrality anymore. The middle ground is dissolving. You will have to stand openly for what you believe or risk being swept away by confusion. This is not a warning of doom. It's an invitation to clarity. If your spirit understands this, type 7 in the comments right now. This act is not ritual, it's resonance. Every number written becomes a spark in the spiritual network linking the awakened. As you type it, you say, I am aligned. I choose clarity. The Lord is drawing a distinction between information and revelation. Information feeds curiosity. Revelation fuels transformation. You have been overloaded with words, headlines, voices that speak but do not carry breath. God is teaching you to separate noise from nourishment. The next time you feel overwhelmed, ask yourself, does this feed my faith or my fear? The answer will expose the source. Heaven is highlighting the hidden power of observation. Watch how patterns repeat in your daily life. Watch how certain numbers, sounds, or phrases return. God speaks through rhythm. The spiritual realm is mathematical, precise, intentional. When something repeats, it's not coincidence, it's confirmation. You will begin to feel time bend in peculiar ways. Days may feel longer, hours may vanish, and moments will carry weight beyond their length. These distortions are signs that eternity is brushing against your timeline. When this happens, stay aware but unafraid. The eternal dimension is not coming to harm you. It's coming to remind you that your purpose transcends the calendar. The Spirit says, "Tell my chosen ones to guard their atmosphere." Atmosphere is everything. The energy in your home, the tone of your conversations, the content you consume, all of it shapes your spiritual weather. You must curate peace the way others curate possessions. Peace is not passive, it is armor. Keep your space clean, your words measured, your mind uncluttered. God is creating a sanctuary within you. This period will bring strange coincidences, meetings with people you have never met but feel you have always known. Songs that speak exactly what your heart could not express. Places that seem familiar though you have never been there. These are divine echoes. When they appear, acknowledge them quietly. They are confirmations that heaven is near. Chosen ones, there is a rising wind in the spiritual realm. It carries whispers of ancient authority returning to the earth. The prophets of old are stirring through the lineage of modern voices. Dreams that were buried in fear are awakening again. God is calling out the voices that once went silent. You will hear messages through unlikely mouths. Children, strangers, even the wind itself. Pay attention. You have entered the hour where purity will be power. Not perfection, purity. Perfection is control. Purity is surrender. God is cleansing your motives, not to shame you, but to sharpen you. The pure heart perceives danger before it arrives. The pure spirit sees deception before it speaks. Purity is prophetic sight in its rawest form. If you can feel that cleansing happening inside you, hit the like button now. You're not reacting to content. You're responding to command. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls walking through this same awakening, spread across nations yet beating with one pulse. Each subscription is a signal to the unseen that the army of light is expanding. The Spirit of God says, "Do not underestimate small beginnings." What you see as ordinary is sacred training. Every small act of obedience now carries exponential effect. A single choice aligned with truth can alter generations. This is why the pressure feels heavier. It's because your actions carry eternal weight. In this coming window of time, expect divine interruptions. Plans will shift suddenly. Conversations will be cut short. Technology may malfunction at critical moments. Do not curse the interruption. Interruption is protection. God cancels what would corrupt your peace. Every delay is a redirection disguised as inconvenience. Chosen ones, you will begin to sense the hum of divine language in places you never noticed before. The sound of rain will carry meaning. The flicker of streetlights will mirror timing. Heaven is translating life into parable, teaching you through details. What others call ordinary will become your classroom. The spiritual tension on the planet is reaching a crescendo. This is the moment before disclosure, when illusions start to crumble. Governments, systems, ideologies, all will tremble under the weight of truth. Do not fix your eyes on collapse. Fix them on calibration. As one structure falls, another is rising. God never removes without replacing. You are part of the replacement. The Spirit says, "I am building cities of light within human hearts." These cities are not made of brick and steel. They are built of conviction, kindness, and clarity. Each chosen one is a pillar in this architecture of awakening. When you walk in integrity, you reinforce heaven's design on earth. Chosen ones, the signs will multiply. The sky will mirror what the soul feels. You will notice colors appearing sharper, sounds carrying emotion, senses blending in unexpected ways. This is spiritual sensitivity increasing. It may overwhelm you at first, but it is a gift, not a curse. When perception heightens, it means purpose is near. You may also begin to feel drawn to new disciplines: fasting, solitude, writing, or creating. Follow those impulses. God is unlocking new languages through your spirit. Some of you will express revelation through art, some through teaching, others through quiet influence. Each path is sacred. Do not compare. If your spirit feels stirred by this, comment 7 Hanavisasiman. Again, you are saying to heaven, I accept my assignment. I will walk in awareness. Let your agreement echo beyond words. The chosen are recognized by resonance, not by reputation. The coming shift will redefine abundance. Wealth will no longer mean possession. It will mean perception. Those who can perceive opportunity in crisis will thrive. God is transferring ideas, strategies, and inventions to those who are listening. The next wave of provision will come through revelation, not labor. Stay alert to sudden insight. The Lord says, tell my chosen not to fear scarcity. The world will shout about shortage, but heaven has never known lack. When you align with purpose, you align with endless supply. Provision follows obedience. Where purpose leads, resources flow. You will begin to notice your body reacting differently to environments. Goosebumps in certain spaces, peace in others, sudden fatigue when surrounded by deception. This is your spiritual sensitivity manifesting physically. Pay attention. Your body is not betraying you, it's guiding you. In these times, your prayer will shift from asking to listening. God is not ignoring your petitions. He is answering in silence. The silence is instruction waiting to be heard. Sit longer, say less. The download comes when the noise ends. Chosen ones, the illusion of control will collapse soon. Humanity will realize how little it truly governs. This awakening will cause fear in some, but peace in you. You already knew this moment would come. The Spirit prepared you in advance. That's why your faith survived seasons others couldn't. You were built for turbulence. This is the season of divine exchange. Fear for wisdom, pain for clarity, delay for acceleration. Each moment of surrender unlocks the next stage of transformation. Do not hold what is leaving. Your grip on the old delays the arrival of the new. The Spirit of God whispers, I am awakening the watchers. These are souls who sense the tremors before others do, who intercede before crises manifest. If you are feeling random burdens or sudden prayers rising in you, you are one of them. Do not dismiss it as emotion. It's intercession. Heaven trusts you with warning before the world sees evidence. Guard your dreams. Write them down. Patterns will emerge. Symbols will repeat. What seems random is revelation coded in imagery. Each dream is a chapter of instruction. When you record them, you honor heaven's trust. Chosen ones, this is the call to vigilance. The trumpet has not yet sounded in the physical, but it has already echoed in the spirit. The sound vibrates through the hearts of those aligned with truth. The chosen hear it even when others don't. It's a frequency that calls you home, not to a place, but to purpose. Remain awake. Keep your lamp filled with oil. The night will deepen before the dawn, but the dawn will come. The darkness is only temporary, a necessary shadow for the brilliance that follows. Be the ones who wait in stillness, whose hearts beat in time with heaven's pulse.